bringing you the news and information you need from the people making a difference. This is Comcast Newsmakers.
What to do about affordable housing in our state? It is a hot issue when we talk about the new regulations. Hello everyone, I'm Joe Pasikia, and this is Comcast Newsmakers. Can we sift through it all and have a win-win? Mayor Chris Myers is with us, the mayor of Medford Township. Let's talk about affordable housing. Good to see you.
Good to see you, sir.
You have 566 municipalities in this great state. You're one of them.
Correct.
New regulations out. Can you meet them?
No. In fact, I think my concern on these regulations are more from an unfunded mandate perspective. So, we have recently taken on this issue to take it to the council on unfunded mandates. It's a constitutional provision that allows townships and other people to bring up legislative issues that are unfunded mandates to a board. And that's what I'm concerned about on this issue.
You said recently you've been tackling this. In fact, it's been an ongoing process, but you've been on top of this for a while. Why is it important to keep your eye on affordable housing? What is the importance to make sure that this is a win-win for both sides?
No, you're absolutely right. I mean, Medford's got a great record on affordable housing. We've got senior housing that's going in. We've just done a big project that's affordable housing going in. So we believe that we need to do affordable housing. We don't need to do it the Trenton way. And these new regulations are basically an unfunded mandate that are a tax increase on all the municipalities. And my view is, look, if you want to come up with great ideas in Trenton, fine, fund them. What they do now is they come up with great ideas, they tell the townships, you guys go figure out how to fund them, and that's just bad government. I'll tell you, Joe, it gets even worse on the way they calculated these numbers. They sent me a map of Medford that shows you where my vacant developable land is. However, on the 40-yard line of Lenape High School, they say it's vacant developable land. Well, that's clearly not developable. The Flying W Airport is on the map saying I could develop there. So not only is it a bad piece of legislation in terms of the way the regulations play out, the way they implemented it is just completely incompetent.
Every mayor up and down the entire state right now has been doing topics on this for Newsmakers. It's been a really big issue. But it opens up the natural question to say, are you against, even though you said you weren't, affordable housing? Is it a natural tendency to say, not in my backyard, let's send it in terms of an RCA, a reciprocal agreement, monies to another area to develop there, because we don't want that in our beautiful community.
No, like I said, we've got a great record on affordable housing in Medford. We're putting them in a couple different places. The other thing we need is a senior affordable housing, and we're doing that in Medford as well. We believe that affordable housing makes a lot of sense. What I don't believe is the way it's being force-fed from Trenton in an unfunded mandate. You can't just make up regulations in Trenton based on bad data. They didn't even look at the data. Look, I'm a businessman. So if I'm going to change a major policy in business, what I do is I fax things out ahead of time, call them draft. Hey, is this the correct way to do it? Did I get my facts wrong? None of that happened. There's just a bunch of bureaucrats in Trenton that are sitting over a couple of different maps. So they have the actual numbers completely calculated incorrectly based on bad data, and we never got a phone call. To me, that's just bad government.
Ever since the state budget came out, there was thoughts from many mayors and making the mention here on Comcast Newsmakers that saying that they feel like there's a target on their back in terms of the way they could do their job. But the state needs to do a job. Do you feel like you're being put in a bad position in that equation?
I think so, because look, the state needs to do a job, but they need to do it in a fiscal responsible way, which they never even entertained discussions with any of the townships. They just crafted a law, a bad law, written poorly, and then just say, you all folks are going to implement this, you figure out how to fund it. That's not good government. That's bad government.
How important is it to have different sides to the table, even sides you don't agree with? And when we talk about affordable housing, there's going to be a lot of sides and crying and desperately in need.
Absolutely. And putting all sides of the table, discussing the issue, I'm absolutely fine with. And that's what we should have done at the beginning instead of the way we did it. Look, Medford's taking on this in 3 different ways. We've joined the League of Municipalities lawsuit, which there's 200 or so municipalities looking at that. The second way, we're doing our own lawsuit because there's some specific Medford issues. But the third way, we're the first township that I'm aware of to take this before the Council on Unfunded Mandates, which is a constitutional council that rules on whether the law's an unfunded mandate or not.
So it sounds like you're not going to rest on this one.
No, we're going to protect the taxpayers of Medford, and we're all the way.
Thanks for being with us.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
He's the Honorable Chris Myers, the mayor of Medford Township. I'm Joe Pasikia, and this has been Comcast Newsmakers, seen exclusively right here on Comcast Cable. If you have any questions, you can certainly reach out to us. CN8.TV.